just want to do a disclaimer for all those of you that are listening in or watching. This specific episode is for an assignment for my class.
What
However,
class? What class?
My English class for what is nature.
This is for a nature class?
We'll get to that. But I just want to put a disclaimer, like this is going to go at the beginning of the video. I want to put a disclaimer that this is for an English class. So some things you might not be interested in it. Some things have a lot of philosophical discussion. So if you're interested, if you have any pointers, feel free to leave them in the comments or talk to us. But other than that, this is for mainly a class rather than of a specific theme or kind. All right, Hello, I'm Angel.
I'm Frankenstein's monster. I'm also Angel.
And this is Divine and Dramatic,
where the divine meets the delusion. Well, delusional.
Mm-hmm. And today we're actually going to be going on a rather philosophical discussion. She actually gave a hint on what it is, but it's about Frankenstein and Mary Shelley's book, actually, and then the recent adaptation. But I kind of want to start off with...
I am malicious because I am miserable.
Which honestly is
feels like me on an average Monday.
Honestly, though. But I am malicious because I am miserable. It's almost like it's a domino effect. It's like when you're miserable, you're kind of looking for revenge almost. It's you're in a dark mindset. So a lot of things that are immoral, I would see as immoral, like your nature is almost negative.
Right.
Like instead of seeing the world as a positive, turn out it's almost negative.
Yeah, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Now everyone's making you mad. You go talk to your friends, but then your friends are like too happy. Then that makes you mad. You're like, oh my God, I don't care. So now your friend's mad at you. So now you're mad. And it just goes on from there.
It really is. And that's kind of where this discussion comes from, is like the nature of Frankenstein, the monster itself, to be fair, the doctor himself has a couple quirks in him. Mm-hmm. But, and we're going to get to that, but it's kind of like, would you say a monster is born or is it made?
Honestly, I feel like it could be both. I mean, realistically, we are products of our environment. So if you're being like born or like growing up in like an environment that's like full of bad things or is bad to you, you're going to have those like parts of you within you. But I mean, sometimes people are just born with horrible traits. It's really just a mix of both. How you deal with it just depends on who you are or who you surround yourself with.
I'm gonna be so real. I believe that it is more you're made evil, because I don't think anyone is, because it's always about the topic of nature versus nurture. And somebody's nature is always based on how their upbringing is.
Right.
I mean, there are, and then that's kind of, but then the counter argument for what I honestly have to say, I already know, is the fact that a lot of our psyche some genetics involve negative attributes, such as like, I know in my sociobiology class, there was, I learned that we are selfish creatures by nature. So,
you always want what someone else has sometimes.
Yeah. And so I guess that's kind of where you can honestly be, it's like one of those really big discussions that no one ever really understands. However, in the context of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, I honestly think he was made.
He was created.
I think he was, but I think it was more if he was made than he was born. Because in the book, a lot of it is, and I know you're not entirely familiar with the book, but it's not, he comes into this world confused. He's like a newborn child at this point. Like, he doesn't know what's best, yet Victor treats him like an abomination. And it kind of...
He locks him away in the tower.
It has an effect. It has an effect on someone's psyche. And like, as somebody who's learning about this world, who shouldn't be here, quite frankly, which is another discussion we'll get to, it's very heart-wrenching in a way. It's like it's almost like you blame Victor instead of the creature. Or my professor doesn't like calling them the monster, which I understand.
He really isn't a monster. He's kind of just like
he turned into a monster. But also I think he is made, honestly, because he goes against the laws of nature alone. Like
he's made up of different people's body parts. I mean,
he like Victor Frankenstein defiles the bodies of many. Like it's unnatural. It's disrespectful to just, I mean, because in a lot of religions the body is a sacred, it's a temple, but also you respect those that have already passed. You give them their final rights, you lay them to rest for eternity. Like
there's a reason why tampering with a corpse is a federal crime.
Literally, which is not the fact that they actually have rules for this means that somebody's obviously done it in real life as well. I mean, a lot of things in this world are bad, but it's just the nature of, it's just a lot of selfishness and like doing what you think is right, and the repercussions are too far to really care about.
Right.
And it's just the and also, to be fair, there is a circle of life to this. There's nature, because when a body obviously dies, it decomposes and it becomes food for the soil, for the maggots, for all those other animals. And so it just continues. So it's just creating life mostly is like insane. Because like, I mean, obviously it's not possible, but he wants to be God so badly. I mean, who doesn't?
Me?
You don't want to be God?
No.
You would never want to be God?
That feels like too much responsibility, because now it's just like, oh, this happens. Or, I don't want to.
Do you think he really does anything, though? He's just like, la, 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 la.
Exactly. I don't feel like doing that either. Like,
just watching.
Yeah, I rather watch. I don't feel like having to, like, put control into things. It's just like, I don't want to mess something up by accident, because I'm like, oh, well, this will be better. And boom, natural disaster. I'm good.
Yeah. But like, there's a lot of ambition from Victor's decision. Like, a lot of this comes from the desire to find the ability to defeat death.
Right.
And there's a lot of ambition. But would you say that this ambition is still here in today's world?
To defeat death? I hope not.
Just ambition in general.
I mean, I'd say people are pretty ambitious. I see ambition in a lot of people. I mean, obviously there's people out there who don't really have, like, the drive to get things done. And, that's okay, too. It balances out. You're going to have people who want to do everything and anything to get what they want. You just have people who kind of just scrape by life doing whatever they feel like is right, because they don't care that much.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, there are people, I think there are people that are ambitious enough to defeat death. I mean, you see it nowadays a lot with the I can't even remember the name. Those like creams that keep you young and serums,
the serums,
Botox,
the retinoid cream, the Botox,
all the cosmetics.
That millionaire guy who keeps trying to inject himself with his like son's blood to make himself
saw that.
younger.
That was like
That's
really
weird. I wouldn't. No, I'm sorry.
And obviously, it's not working.
Yeah, I didn't understand the thought process between that one. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take my son's blood because he's younger than me and inject it into my body, and that's supposed to like reverse aging, right? Okay.
Which is like,
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, some people with blood transfusions would look either really, really young or really, really old.
That's true. Because that's very true. I didn't even think about that. But also, I mean, it's in technology too, though. Like AI, which is a big discussion constantly.
Oh, God, I'm so ready for this AI thing to blow over. I don't
Girl, you know that's not going anywhere.
I know
soon.
AI.
That's literally a part of my curriculum.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
As
AI
a business
is
student.
like AI is being shoved down my throat every time I like open something. It's like AI.
Really
I don't
does.
need AI's help finding a pair of shoes on Amazon. I know what I'm looking for, please.
Yes.
Like, I know I want these shoes. I don't need Amazon or Amazon's AI Bruce to like find it for me. No.
Is that the name of Amazon's AI?
It's either Bruce or Rufus.
I thought it was this girl. Oh, it's Rufus.
Yeah.
I thought it was a girl. I thought it was some girl.
You think of Alexa.
Oh.
Yeah, Amazon's like shopping thing has like a whole separate one called like Rufus.
Rufus pisses me off sometimes.
Like, I don't care. I don't need AI to help me find shoes. I know what I'm looking for, please.
Yes. I mean, maybe give me the suggestions, but other than that, leave me alone.
Like, oh, AI is just everywhere. I'm so sick of it.
It really is. But but sometimes some people believe that there's a trade-off with it. Like there is everlasting peace in the future, or
From who?
From who, girl? I wish I knew.
Like, I don't know. There's people who literally use AI for everything. There's people who use AI to like write their grocery list, or to write their papers, or to like write text messages. If you're using AI to write down a grocery list of 3 things, we have bigger fish to fry. Do you not know what you need from the grocery store? Or like people who use AI to make recipes.
Some people have. I think there's AI in some fridges now where you can be like, "Oh, what am I missing? Or what am I running out?" And it'll just
open your fridge. Open your fridge.
Are you that lazy?
Oh my god.
Do that.
Like I can't. Like no. Like no.
No.
Like
no.
Or like people who use AI for recipes. Like you do know you can just go online, go to Google, and type recipes that could be made with zucchini, rice, and beans. And
well, nowadays, I mean, Google now has
I know,
Gemini
but at least
already.
Google, you can like turn it off. I can't turn it off.
To be fair,
on Amazon,
Google you can turn it off. My question is though, is Google smart enough to just like you put in those ingredients, it'll give you a recipe?
I mean, it'll bring you to like websites that have things that include those things. So like the Food Network or people's like blogs.
A lot of it's the Food Network.
Yeah, I rather like.
I used to watch that a lot.
Oh, I love the Food Network as a kid. But like I'd rather be able to go on Google and type something up and then have it bring me to websites that people made or like people wrote. Like I know someone sat there in their kitchen and like test this dish out and like it tastes good.
Yeah.
And and like the ingredients aren't messed up or they might be the wrong quantity or something. Like I know that a human was behind it. Yeah, there might be a mistake or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's not something like, over the top. Like AI makes a lot of mistakes. A humans do too, but not as much as like AI can do.
Yeah.
So it's just
we have the humanity. We have like the more flesh cognitive ability than just
whoever made the recipe, human can taste it and be like, that might be too much of this in here. Let me edit this with this amount. AI doesn't know what it tastes like.
Which is why it's never to be used for every job. There's always supposed to be a mediary, which is kind of another thing.
I feel like we're not hitting that mediary. I feel like it's starting to like blend together now. Like no, I shouldn't be seeing AI generated videos of people winning the lottery or people who are using AI to like.
Some of those videos are so funny though.
I choose not to interact with them.
Not?
I don't. I rather see content made by humans. I feel like people also are like starting to abuse AI for like to push certain ideals.
Oh, yeah.
Like during the government shutdown, there were like a bunch of AI videos that came out of like Black women abusing food stamps, and it was just like. This is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing now. So it can be used for a lot of bad.
Yeah.
Which actually perfectly ties back to Victor because he did this for he did it for a medical reason. Like he had it for a goal for like medicine and that like create life again. Mm-hmm. But it ends up having a terrible turnout.
Right.
However, I refuse to believe that it was the monster's fault. I really do.
Of course not. He's kind of just like a product of his environment, really.
Yeah. And
you'd be pissed too if you got locked in the tower.
Literally. And like he doesn't know. Like, and Victor abandons him. And so he doesn't know. And then so the creation doesn't know but to retaliate through revenge.
Yeah.
And it's like it's an interesting thought because it also comes into would we blame our would you take into account that your child's actions would you take responsibility for your child's actions if they were still a minor? I'm putting if they were still a minor,
yeah,
because if they were an adult at this point, I made it up because I'm not doing anything about it.
I mean, a minor, yeah. I mean, they still live with you. You still need to know what your kid's doing at all times,
and they learn from you.
Exactly, just like those kids in Chicago that jumped a woman and her son. The parents are just as responsible as those kids are. Sure, the parents weren't there when those kids jumped that mom.
Yeah,
but they still should know what their minor kids are doing. You are just as responsible as your kids are. Like if your kids were to commit murder, you would still probably get charged for that too.
You would. I actually did some Googling. You would get charged. The parents would get charged for neglect.
Yeah, so it's just like you are still very much so responsible for your kids' actions up until they turn at least 19.
Exactly. And so it's this it's this constant discussion of who's responsible for somebody else's nature. But it's just and it also comes into perspective that the monster had a chance of redemption. I even said it. The creation had a chance of redemption with that old man. But obviously things didn't turn out. I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't be scared of a 7-foot man
with different body parts,
literally,
that really just moans and groans
and is like slouching? And, I mean, I'm assuming we're all assuming. To be fair, there's no actual visual evidence except all those movies.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's interesting though because none of these movies really put into account all of this, like just the deep meaning of the book. And it's kind of a perfect, I feel like, reflection of what the future might hold, honestly. Because, like, I feel like as the years go by, the respect for nature and ethics kind of goes down.
Right.
With a lot, I feel like a lot, and I actually wrote about this in one of my papers, is, I mean, this is not even information that I found out through, like, my research. I was informed through this by a friend, but, like, AI actively uses like water and like uses
it's stealing
things.
water from like smaller communities like Memphis. When they go outside, the air smells really bad because all the data centers are being like built, and they're not being built in wealthy communities either. They're being built in these low income communities which already don't have enough resources, and then you're taking even more resources from them and you're driving them out of these places. There's no real ethical reason to use AI in these cases.
Yeah.
You're using AI to generate a picture of your dog on a skateboard. You know you can take a picture of your dog on a skateboard and Photoshop it in Canva? You don't need to use AI for that. Yeah. You just took water away from some poor old lady in like a small, low-income community.
Yeah.
For something that could have took you 2 seconds to do on Canva for free. And it's just like... I'm sorry. Every time I think about that, I just get mad.
Yeah, no, it's reasonable. I mean, that's what this discussion is for. It's to bring out some emotion. Because, like, even then, because, like, this is stuff that we're taught to, like, love and appreciate those that, like the Jesuit values, to love the whole, to love
Your
all.
personalities?
To love, that one's the love the whole person.
I think so, yeah.
Love the whole person. And then there's also beauty in all things. Other communities is a part of our world. But a lot of this ambition with all these inventions and research and new things created to make life easier, I kind of said this earlier, but it comes with like this idea that provides almost a sense of stability. It gives like but also like it gives a purpose, because some people are perfectly fine with walking through life, seeing how things will go. I am not. I need plans. I have goals. Stability. I even in the weirdest way possible, I think I connect with him because I believe my ambitions are what drive me as a person. If I don't have these ambitions to grow up and be rich, then what am I doing?
Right.
There's no purpose in it. So it's almost like a two-edged sword, because it's something that can be dangerous. But it's something that a person, I think, needs in their life. Because if not, what are you doing? Right. Nothing pisses me off more than somebody who's a deadbeat or a slacker. Like, then there's a difference between being lazy and like taking things with the flow, and then being a slacker.
Right.
Respectfully. And so that's where kind of this this need to have an ambition to succeed in life, to almost be like, I have done something, or I will do something. But I do kind of want to bring it back to the book, because this ambition leads Victor down the worst list of events in his life. And he even tells Robert, the man that he runs into in the North Pole,
right,
that ambition is that he even says, leave all ambition, leave it alone. It can drive you to a worse situation in your life.
Right.
And it's kind of a way, it's interesting because it starts off with, you like, ambition is good. This is stuff that you need. But then also Victor going through so much, and I don't want to spoil too much, going through so much in his life, terrible things. He says, forget it. It is dangerous. It is the most, leave it alone. And in the lack of ambition, you can find tranquility. I think is one of the things that, if I remember her correctly, I remember. And it's it's almost poetic in a sense because that's all he talks about at first.
Right.
But now he's saying to abandon it because then that gives you peace. Which kind of makes sense though, because if you live with a certain ambition and strive for it,
you're going to do anything it takes to get there.
You're going to do anything and when do you really get a chance to relax? If that's all you're exactly.
Never.
So that's kind of where it switches for me. It's kind of a lot of that. It's a lot of this ambition is good, ambition is bad.
Right.
It's a two. You
need to find a healthy balance. You know, like it's good to have goals and like ideals, but like you also need to take time for yourself. Take time to hang out with others. You can't just like. It's like studying for a test. You want to pass. You're gonna do whatever it takes to pass. You're gonna study. You're gonna go to tutoring. But you're not gonna study for 9 hours consecutively. You need to take breaks to eat, to shower, to talk to friends, to catch up. You need to have
what is it that triangle called? The basic necessities.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
That.
So it's like you need to like have needs. You need to eat. You need to socialize. You need to, you know, take time for yourself. You need to sleep. You need to shower. You need to use the bathroom. You can't just not do that. Yeah, you know, like you actually are more likely to pass your test by taking breaks instead of trying to cram all that information in at once.
Within like 9 hours.
There's a reason why there's like these methods called like the 15-minute study method. You study for 15 minutes, you take a 15-minute break. You study for 15 minutes, you take that 15-minute break.
Also, why teachers tell you to study since the beginning of the semester.
Literally.
And do we listen?
No. There's a reason that library is booked up for finals.
My God, yeah, the rooms always being filled is so funny to me.
Yeah, no, I remember I went in there.
And all the advisors, none of them are available.
None. I went in there yesterday because I had a meeting, and I went to because I was like, oh, I could just do my meeting on Zoom in the study room. They're all booked, so it's just like, ugh.
We still have 2 weeks too.
Yeah, we still have 2 weeks.
But then there's those other exams.
Yeah, because I literally, as soon as I get back, I have an exam for psych, and then I have like a test before my bio exam the day after my psych test, and I won't be there the 5th. I have an oral exam the 3rd.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I have like
that's a lot
I have tests
already.
As soon as I come back. Like there's
that's crazy.
I know. It's whatever. I got this. We got this.
We got
happy
this.
Hashtag
we all got this. Those of us that are still also students that are watching.
Yeah. Hashtag happy
listening.
final season. Well, pre-final season.
Pre-final season.
Pre-fulls.
Get your pre-games in first.
I wish.
But a lot of the I kind of want to. I said this earlier, but the monster practically had. So I said it again. The creation practically had a blank slate. It started with no. It's like a baby. It's practically a baby, but it's that neglect that Victor gives it. That like it starts searching. Like what does it end up needing? It wants warmth. It wants affection. It wants somebody to connect to. It needs. Yeah. It kind of adds to that. Like a child needs a paternal figure around to really grow
and to like know how to do things and to like, you know, if you have a baby and you don't talk to it, how is it gonna learn how to speak?
Literally,
it never will. We learn by observing. We're like observant creatures. We learn by seeing how observant creature. I know. It's like we learn by how people like do things. Like I could look at someone. I mean, I don't know how to do something, but like for example, in color guard, when we're in the stands, I may not know how to do a routine, but as soon as I start watching people like do it, it's not hard to catch on and see like the movements. It's like things like that. Like you have to learn by like. I would lose it
within 5 seconds.
It's okay. The moves repeat themselves after a couple counts, so it's like it's easy to like catch back on.
But it's that you have a you have a good point. It's that we're observing creatures. But Victor neglects that a lot, and he doesn't take accountability for it. He doesn't. He even when all these tragic things are happening as a result
of his creation,
he doesn't take accountability for it.
He kind of sees it as like it's a part of him, but it's also not. It's like this separate side. It's like, oh well, what it does isn't on me because it's not me. It's something totally separate to me.
He's like so almost narcissistic. He doesn't see the errors of his own way, which is annoying as hell, mind you. And it's just sad.
It's hard to watch.
It is hard to watch. It's hard to read too. Let me tell you. And it's just like, and it's kind of hard to not how it's kind of hard because you don't want to side with the creature either because it's done its fair share.
Right.
But in this situation, you have no choice.
Because it's
I'm like creature through and through.
Yeah, you
like
know, it's a product of its environment. If Victor would have like taken the time and put some more effort and care into, you know, its creation, it probably wouldn't have turned out that way. It's because the reason the creature does what it does is because of the lack of attention and the care from Victor himself.
Exactly. And even the creature does learn knowledge. He learns from books that he reads from the old that he finds from the old man.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, one of those books is actually really good because I have read it. Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
I love that book. Actually, it's one of my faves. It's a read. I'll tell you that because it's not easy to read because it's kind of based on like before the fall of man, like with Adam and Eve, or Adam and Steve. No, I'm kidding. But like that is like he learns to read. He learns to speak because of it. And it's this that like, with the right nature, with the right people, with the right information and like resources, he can become a decent being. But that goes back to what I said earlier is in the quote that I said at the beginning of the video is like, I am malicious because I am miserable. And then he adds, there's an addition to it, is like, am I not shunned and hated by all mankind? This kind of adds to, he is seen as a monster, not only to Victor, but
to everyone.
To everyone. And because of that, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't. And so as he gets angry, he doesn't know what this feeling is. But at some point he realizes it relaxes when he creates damage, when he causes pain
it
to
sedates
others.
itself.
It does. And so it's like it's this constant battle between like Victor's issues and then what he sees in while he's hidden, and then back to
Victor's issues,
and then humans too. And so like he's almost like he cannot be. He's not given the he's just set for failure. He's just set up for failure. That's exactly what his creation is, set up for failure, which is another reason why it's Victor's fault. It will always be Victor's fault. I honestly. Now, yes, there is a period. Now, I will agree. There is a period where the monster...
holding space.
There is a period where the monster is self-aware. Now, that is never... Now, that... At that point, that's where I take ignorance into account. Because when he didn't know what to do, he didn't know what was considered right and wrong, he was just in his feelings. But when he became self-aware to the point of causing harm, that's when he lost his grace. That's where he lost the ability to not be defendable.
Right.
I do think that his actions are not like for like those also shouldn't be forgiven. But period.
Period.
Because like I'm sorry, Victor was an ass.
Yeah.
He does like
I mean, he created this creature and didn't even take the time to care for it and teach it.
He didn't take into consideration what happened after.
Yeah, I mean, you made this thing. It doesn't know what's going on. It's a buildup of different people. People are going to be scared of it off the bat. You don't have this, like, you didn't provide the proper, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But
he just didn't
like,
do things right.
Yeah.
He didn't think ahead of time. But it's like, it really puts you in like a who is right or wrong. I think they're both wrong at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's kind of a little, it's just, and he is malicious because of the way he's treated. I mean, I know I would be terrible if I wasn't around the right people. And I have experienced something in my youth. Similar to in my youth. I am 200 years old, mind you.
Shocker.
Some of you act like I'm 200 years old when I'm only 20.
I'm also 20.
I know.
Like, what are you talking about?
And then people be like, oh, you made Ungstad. No, I didn't.
Who told you that?
Who did? Oh, I'll tell you after because like, I don't want to say names. But so many of my friends have been like, oh, you're Unk, you're old, Angel. I'm like, shut up. I am not old. Don't ask me to drive y'all around anymore. Don't ask me to drive y'all. Some of y'all that are watching right now actually are the ones who told me. Or not right now, but right now. Later, by the time this comes out. Some of y'all disrespectful asses. And that's kind of like this sympathy that we have for both Victor and the monster is very quickly fleeting in my eyes because it's so temporary. It is so short-lived. But I will say, I'm going to be a terrible person. I still side with the monster.
I mean, it puts you in a hard place. You kind of have to. It's literally just, once again, a product of its environment.
And it's just, he didn't really get a chance to mature well. I mean, he did, thanks to some of the things he witnessed, he was able to mature, but he never got to mature enough, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
To actually be able to make wise decisions in life and to actually
kind of blend in with human society.
Honestly, do you think the creature's actions are a result of the rejection that Victor gives him?
I mean, realistically, yeah. I mean, I feel like if Victor would have put more time and care into its creature, he would be able to teach the rights and wrongs and how to really behave around humans, make sure they're not scared of him. But because Victor fails to do those things, it kind of has to go off of what it would know, which is anger and fear. Yeah. They're scared of me. I don't know why they're scared of me, and I'm scared of them too. I don't know how to react. So what would you do in a situation except react with anger? You're frustrated. These people are screaming at you.
It's just a natural response, a fight or flight.
Yeah, exactly.
And I choose fight.
And that's really all he could do in the situation. So, yeah, I do blame Victor for that because if Victor would have put more time and effort into it, he could have kind of taught it different emotions of how to handle these situations.
Exactly. And it's really interesting because as much as this book was this is what, I think 1983. I can't remember correctly. Mary Shelley wrote this book a while ago, and it still lives prominently.
Wasn't Mary Shelley alive in the 1800s? So probably 1903, I think.
Was it in here at all?
Because I'm trying to think. When was Mary Shelley alive?
1818.
Okay. Yeah, I was
1818.
Okay.
And there's another one in 1838, I think, that she did a rerun. A rerun.
A re-release.
Literally. But it's this... I don't even know. It's still very prominent today, I think. Because now we're doing a lot of... because I feel like back then... psychology wasn't very prominent, psychological parts of it. Some of the stuff we are discussing, they never even would have thought
of.
So
probably would have got a lobotomy.
Literally, probably would have gotten a lobotomy. But it's just, I don't know what you're going to do with it. I mean, he probably got a lobotomy, the creation. He was a lobotomy. That's literally what it was.
I mean, yeah.
But it kind of, it's there's so many questions, but also so many answers as we re-look at this book nowadays. And there's a lot of correlations, but I feel like the movies that come out so much disconnect a lot. Because I would have never thought of this whenever I see all those Frankenstein movies.
Definitely not.
Or
I feel like the old ones really point Frankenstein as the villain, and Victor is this helpless guy. Well, it's it's not really true.
To be fair, some of them are really good at making it that Victor is just as bad as the creation because he made it. Mm-hmm. But you're right, they do make him seem like the victim because he's I didn't know what I was doing, and he receives no repercussions because of it.
Yeah, it's hello, your creation just killed some people. Mm-hmm. You made it.
I know, and it's become something so relaxed nowadays. I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking of Frankie from Monster High, but Frankie is a diva. We love Frankie. Frankie is queen. Frankie, I will never be angry at Frankie. Frankie, we love Frankie.
She's only 1,500 days old. Well, no, that's Dracula. She's only 15 days old.
Dracula is 1,500 years old.
Frankie's 15 days old.
Oh, since the beginning of the show? Yeah. Yeah. But, Frankie is... But, also there, it's my question, also, honestly... So from what I understand from any other form of the book and the movie, there's no previous intelligence from the brain that they take. Mm-hmm. The interesting. I just want to. I guess. Do you think
he took one brain, or do you think he just took multiple brains and stitched them together?
I think he might have. The fact that he
because he did use multiple body parts.
I think he might have used one brain though.
Who knows?
Because I know some people, the way they died was their body was untouched.
Right.
So I see no, but I guess that makes sense. There's no, so I think I've seen some movies where people actually try to make it seem like the storyline where they remember from the brain that they have taken from.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember the name. I might be thinking of this right now and it's non-existent. But like that's interesting because like what happens to the neurons? What happens to the like the natural like what I remember the synapse? What I'm thinking about right now? If I put this in the Frankenstein monster, would he be some gay ass queer boy? Like, like is this?
Oh my god,
is this? Like, but no, he has a clean slate. It's really weird. I don't think she even accounts for this.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think so though.
But the movies are a little different, I think. But a lot of they're like, but Frankenstein somehow has become like a classic in Halloween, and we're a little obviously this is after Halloween. Yeah. We already did our Halloween episode, but it's like it's very different. It's very, and there's so many adaptations of it, and like he's just seen as one of those big figures, and it's always the creation, never Victor alone.
Creator.
Now people do dress up as Victor for Halloween, being like, I am Victor Frankenstein, but who really cares?
No one.
Respectfully, who cares? It's because now they're both important in the story, but at this point in pop culture, Frankenstein's
entire,
Frankenstein is like, ooh, all the way over here. But it's always posed as some very stupid monster. He's never somebody that's intelligent.
Or like has those complex emotions.
Yeah, emotion's a whole other thing. Like, I mean, it's just really interesting because this honestly this could be a whole research paper on its own, like what happened in history with Frankenstein and why he became such a Halloween icon rather than a psychological like
case study.
Yeah, although as time went on, it did become a case study. Like some of this stuff becomes a part of science nowadays.
Yeah,
but I have no more water. Oh, she cracking that bag.
I've been sitting for a while.
No, you're so real. Also, if we're wearing the same clothes as the last episode, no, we're not.
This was filmed a week apart.
Yes, totally. In addition to all those movies, there's the newest Frankenstein with Jacob Elordi as the creation, and then I cannot remember the name of the man who plays Victor.
I don't know either.
Spoilers, by the way, lots of spoilers because I have lots of. It's 2 pages worth, mind you, of like notes. And I probably won't go through all of them, probably just the major ones. However, and the man who plays Moon Knight from like the Disney Moon Knight. Is that his name? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Google
Mia Goth's in there.
Mia Goth, yes. The Pearl.
Why you leave me? I didn't do anything wrong. I don't understand. So you like me?
It's just how fast you said it.
I mean, that really is how fast you said it.
It really is. But
why you leave me if I didn't do anything wrong? I don't understand. I don't understand.
But I'm curious. What's your tea on the movie coming from some?
Oh my god, I could not watch it. I literally got halfway through the movie and I was just like, this is boring. And it's just like, which sucks because Mia Goth is a great actress. Like, I loved her in Pearl. I loved her in X. I loved her in Maxine. You know, she couldn't save the movie, which sucks. Because she is really such a good.
You know what I do love about her actress though? She's a smart woman. She's not no dumb like old era woman that doesn't know what's going on. She's smart. She does her reading. She's an intelligent woman.
Yeah, it's just like it sucks that they couldn't save that movie. That's really like my only like critique. Kind of the only thing I have to say about the movie because I didn't finish it because I couldn't finish it because I couldn't stand it. But that's okay. You know, some people's yums are my yucks, like yams. And that's okay. You know, I like certain movies. Some people don't like them. And, you know, just go from there. The CGI was good. I saw like the body double they had made for Mia Goth because Jacob Elordi was supposed to carry the dummy, but he chose to just carry Mia Goth instead. It looks exactly like her. Like I just thought they just had like pictures of her in costume. Like no, that was the body double they made by hand. So I thought that was pretty impressive.
I didn't even realize that was a body double. That's impressive.
Yeah, they made the whole body double.
No, the movie is the color, the environment, the
color grading,
the scene was amazing. It was gory as
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's 2 hours and 35 minutes long. Rated R on Netflix. They're going to do whenever they can.
Oh, seeing that one actor naked though. Coming, he has a revelation in the bathtub and just runs out.
Just like me for real. Just like me.
Never will you catch me running out of the bathtub.
I should have my own room, so I don't care. I don't care. I have my own room.
That's true. You do. My bathroom is in a different part of the house, so you would never catch me for a revelation.
Group me.
But I'm going to start with the positives. Now, I'm going to be bringing up a lot of the stuff that was in the book, but the movie decided to take quite a bit of liberties. Mm-hmm. But some of them, like I said, but positives, the graphics were really good. I absolutely loved it.
It wasn't as dark as I color grading wise as I thought it would be, because lately movies have been taking on this really dark color palette, and it's because you ever have you're watching a movie and it's really dark and you're like, is my brightness down? It's no, your brightness is all the way up. It's just the weird color grading in the movie. I hate that. Bring back films are kind of dark, but it's still bright enough where you can see Twilight.
Oh, we're going back to this.
No, the Twilight color grading was really good. Yeah, it was blue, but it's you can still see it. Just how as movies progressed, the color grading got brighter. You can still see the movie. I shouldn't be able to is my computer broken?
I shouldn't have to be
mind you, lights are off in my room, curtains are closed, brightness is up, and I still can't see the movie. That's actually insane.
That's an issue. That is an issue. But I feel like Guillermo del Toro did a lot of good things in this movie.
He's a good film director.
I watched one of his other shows on Netflix. I wish he made a second season. It's called Cabinets of Curiosities.
Ooh.
It was really good. It's like a horror show, and every episode is a different story.
To an anthology, Tales of the Crypt Keeper or something?
Something like that, but it was a lot of eldritch terrors, a lot of mind, psychological horror. I love it. But I want to kind of go the bounce back and forth and we talked about this a little bit. How in book he's constantly going through this balance of I can be good or no, everyone shuns me. I think that's very well portrayed in the book with the two of with the creature having this relationship with the older gentleman, the grandpa, but then the people that see him, the shipmen, the ship workers, Victor alone. It's this tipping scale that one gets strong and the other one loses, and it's back and forth, and it's so I think it was well done. I think it really helped encapsulate the book a little better.
Right.
I could see it personally. But then, and also, I actually have his name here now that Oscar Isaac is his name.
That name sounds so familiar. What was he in?
I'm sure you've seen him.
I probably have.
You have Google. Google's free.
Oh my God.
Google's free, if y'all didn't know. But Oscar Isaac, I'm sorry, his portrayal of Victor was impeccable. Selfish. I think I put it on a self-centered individual with such a God complex that he can never do wrong, to the point I wished for his downfall. That's when I know it. That's when you know it's good writing. I wrote that. Tired as hell at night.
Tired as hell.
After watching the movie, and it was. I stand by that because he never takes accountability. Never takes accountability, and then something pisses me off after, but I'll get to that one later. He never takes accountability, and that I think is honestly a good portrayal because he has such a big complex and all these ambitions and all these things. And then when it comes to the actual question, he's just he's screw everyone else that doesn't agree with me. So he's very bad mentality. Don't give no crap about anybody else and what they think. He knows that this will work, but I think he's also very short-sighted.
Right.
But they portray that very well.
Okay.
And I do as much, and I go, well, I'm going to actually read it so I can actually get it right. Well, I do enjoy the fact that Elizabeth and Victor's romantic relationship was altered, and I'll get to this later. I do think that it balanced them as characters, polar opposites. Both are absolutely intelligent people, but with two different views of the world. And this is perfect because it's not in the book, this kind of situation. However, I think it's honestly a perfect encapsulation of that back and forth that I was mentioning with the creation.
Right.
Polar opposites. Both are. Elizabeth sees the world and nature around her with curiosity, amazement, and appreciation. However, Victor sees the world as his plaything, something to be appreciated but used for one's own benefit. One is selfless, and the other is selfish. Even in the interactions with Victor's creation, even if he was made unnaturally, she still sees him and understands him, or tries to understand him, almost like a child. Meanwhile, Victor is using it as an experiment. It's almost a parallel between a family. A mother normally is portrayed as the nurturing, soft in the household, while the father is stern, rough, and demanding. There was a line in the movie that Elizabeth said that really caught my attention, and that really separated the two of them as characters morally. And I don't know if you ever got to this point, but it was, what if in being this is starting the quote, and I quote, "What if in being anew, the spirit that animates him is simpler, purer than a common man? What if unrestrained by sin, our creature's breath came into its wounded flesh directly?" Or what if unrestrained by sin, our creature's breath came into its wounded flesh directly? She is entertaining the idea that because the creature is reanimated, it has the purity of a child, and because of it, it learns what it sees, like what we talked about earlier. Like how when Victor abuses it, it learns to cause violent actions and a terrible pattern, as even Victor is imitating his own father's actions, which I would like to add, because he's doing the exact same thing
his father did
to him. Neglect. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's
always a cycle.
I'm sorry. I think it was so well done. And honestly, we talked about this the other day. Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you familiar with the recent lore?
There's more.
There's more. There's a lot more.
What now?
There's this creature called the Mimic, which father lost it. It's how the name applies. It's a mimic, and mimics create the actions of others.
Okay.
Father, son dies. Father gets angry because the mimic starts reenacting the kid's actions, even though the kid is already dead. Starts abusing the robot. The robot learns violence tendencies and starts doing it back to the owner, and then killing hundreds of others.
Oh.
That is exactly what I'm seeing here.
With Victor and Frankenstein.
But Victor is doing to his creation. And it's causing a ripple effect because he don't know better. But then when Elizabeth is there, he's soft, he's gentle, he gives her a leaf. I don't even know if you went this far. You probably did. She didn't, y'all. I'm so angry.
Guys, I tried my best.
But like a leaf as a gift, and she kept that leaf, mind you. It's just, it was beautiful. I've never nerded out over something so much in a while. Not like this. This is literally what I was talking to my date about on Saturday.
Aww.
And he was all in it. He was like watching it.
That's cute.
He was, or not watching. He was listening to me.
Right.
But that's the positive stuff, and it's a lot of the movie. A lot of the movie was positive in that aspect. I don't know if you have any other comments on what I said.
Don't.
That's fair.
Like I said, it was a good movie ish.
Where did you lose? Where did you like really get bored?
An hour and 20 minutes in.
It's a long movie. I didn't even realize how long.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 35 minutes. I literally was
Do you remember what the scene was?
No.
That's fair.
I fell asleep like right after. I was like, ugh, Angel's gonna kill me.
I am. You'll never see any more videos after this.
He's lying.
Says who?
Me.
That's if she can run away fast enough. But then there's the negative parts, and these negative parts are because it doesn't correlate with the book properly. And I never read books, and I wasn't a reader. I was a watcher. Yeah, I wasn't. I was a watcher, and so I never, like you said, how you read all the Harry Potter books. I never
read the Harry Potter books.
And Twilight. That's what you were telling me.
I was
Twilight.
like, I hate Harry Potter. Oh my God.
I watched all the Harry Potter books. I mean, watched all the movies.
Oh.
I don't read.
Sorry.
I hate it. I was so bad at comprehension. My comprehension, the ACT was bad.
What?
Yes.
I got like a 29 on that part, I think.
20.
That's not that bad.
That might be higher than what I actually got. I don't remember.
Like I said, some people got a 12.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But
it can go from 0 to 36 in each category.
That's true. Oh, I knew it could go that low, but I just meant like somebody's that.
I mean, someone probably did. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people don't really care about the ACT, SAT.
That's true. They don't take that anymore, do they, at this point?
They do.
Do they? I was told by somebody that they don't check anymore.
I mean, some schools probably don't check for it, but I know like the Ivy Leagues probably do.
They probably do.
They definitely are asking.
But my thing is when I do end up reading and I end up watching a movie correlating to that book, I never used to care about what the movie did. But when I read the book, I actually was like, oh, this is an injustice. This is an injustice. Because why are you telling me that this all of a sudden is how you're going to portray everything when that's not how it happened?
Right.
To be fair. But I mean, creative liberties are creative liberties.
Yeah.
But my first thing, Elizabeth was supposed to be betrothed to Victor, not William. I could be very wrong. This is what I remember reading. I don't even trust myself at this point because the movie's low key gaslighting me. But Elizabeth was betrothed to Victor, not William. Okay, and in the book, William and Elizabeth are actually siblings. Did you hear? I don't think Mike's gonna pick it up, but she swallowed, like she gulped.
What?
Nope.
What?
They were siblings, like actual siblings, but Victor's rich family adopted Elizabeth to be Victor's future wife. So like they were pretty much like betrothed, but they brought William along too. A little kid.
Right.
So like he was adopted into the Frankenstein family with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was betrothed. Like that's not how it works. That's why I was so that's why I said in the other thing that like as much as I did not enjoy that Elizabeth and Victor's romantic relationship was altered because that's not how it was in the book.
Right.
To my recollection. But then there was the there's curse words in this. Sorry. I really was like very I was very passionate about this after the movie, so I was typing whatever I was thinking.
Goodbye.
So there was a point where in the movie where, because in the book alone, Victor is telling his story to like Robert, this man on a boat that rescued him in the North Pole, or by the North Pole, because they were trying to get to the North Pole. The Victor is telling his whole life story from that period. I do not recall the monster ever getting on the boat and then be like, oh, you're listening to my master story? Let me give you mine. And so that kind of ticked me off.
Right.
Because like, no, what do you mean that he didn't come on the boat to tell his side of the story, which to be fair, makes sense because in the book, how do we get Frankenstein, the creation's perspective if Victor's not actively there? Because you
need both sides.
You need both sides. So you need to, how would you know about the other side if Victor wasn't there? So I guess that I give leeway because of that. I give leeway because of that. But it's very, it does bother me a little bit. It bothers me.
Right.
Because that's not how it happened. In the room where it happened. I appreciate the gentleness that Elizabeth had with the monster, but turning the whole movie into the fact that Victor ended up being the result of many deaths, such as Elizabeth's uncle as well as Elizabeth, instead of the monster. Sorry, this is a lot. I probably didn't make any sense of this. I feel like takes away from the point of rage that was being portrayed in the book. The deaths that happened in the book, the monster didn't cause any of them.
What?
The only one that the monster, I guess you could say, caused was William.
Okay.
Because he ended up getting shoved and back of his skull.
And impaled.
It was gory. Oh my God. The back of his skull gone.
Right.
So he died because of that. But Victor killed Elizabeth by gunshot wound. Victor killed Elizabeth's uncle falling from a height. I think I might be missing one more. But not once did the monster do these actions.
Right.
So I think it takes away the rage entirely. Like where's the whole thing that we were talking about this whole self-awareness to the point that now he's no longer forgivable? Where did that go? What happened to that? The monster didn't do anything bad anymore. Now there is no accountability because he didn't do anything to account for.
Right.
Oh, now, however, Victor is very, very guilty. And he will always be guilty. But he refuses to see it. Which I think is a perfect, honestly, way of putting it because I don't think he would ever take accountability for the murders because he even blamed the monster for the murders he actually caused multiple times.
Boo.
Like it's so. If you want to flip it, you can.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like honestly slightly disrespectful to me because like you took that that like fight between he doesn't know what he's doing and he does know what he's doing out of rage. That doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense anymore because he's no longer causing those actions. And so I think I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. However, seeing Victor fall into even more like lunacy because of it was interesting. I will say, however, I did not like. I disliked it more than I did like it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Okay. But the last one, this is a long one, and there's a lot of caps because it pissed me off. Finally, they did not have to make it. They did not have to make it into a happy ending. It did not have to be a happy ending.
He's very strong about this.
I'm extreme because the book didn't end with a happy ending. It happened with the Victor dying. Mm-hmm. Lots of spoilers. I really need to put a disclaimer.
I mean, the book's been out for decades.
Yeah, but it's more of the movie.
Yeah.
Victor dies. There is no clarity between the two. Frankenstein, the monster, is just there, and is just like, oh, now what do I do with my life? He's dead. There's no more tormenting him. So he just walks into the sunset on ice. There should not have been. I hate this idea where there deserves to be a happy ending. No, there isn't.
Do you think the monster should have just died the creature should have just died in the end, or no?
What do you mean? Should have died?
Yeah.
No. I mean, like on Victor's perspective. Like, okay, so let me give you some context because I know you didn't get that far.
Oh my God, he's gonna keep bringing this up.
I am because you don't exactly know what I'm talking about.
I know like bits of it. Like I did read the synopsis before I watched it, so like I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't like have like the visual.
I mean, to be fair, I do wish the monster did have the ability to just like die because now he's gonna constantly be roaming the earth without like dying.
Right.
But Victor didn't deserve it. He didn't because the monster does forgive him. No, that takes away the whole like heart wrench and the fear that's in the end of the book. That what's to be, because he's going off into the sunset and Robert, who's in the boat, is just watching him leave. Like there is no it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger. Right. They don't know what's ever gonna happen. Frankenstein 2 coming in. How old is Mary now? 6 feet under.
Anyways,
it pisses me off. Like Victor swore at the end of the book that he will destroy the creation even on his deathbed. And all of a sudden on the deathbed, my son. No.
Wait.
She has to check which one it is.
That's the wrong one. There we go.
He's like, no. Are you kidding me? Like, he did not. Because like it takes back from what he said. It takes back from what he said, and that this whole revenge story, this whole like back and forth between the two, who's going to do what, who's going to kill who, it's just
it falls flat.
It does fall so flat. Flatter
He's
than finally a lot of girls.
Embracing it. Cocky. He's finally embracing his creature after everything.
And he forgives
it's
him
a
with
deadbeat.
one. He forgives him after like 2 I'm sorries. No way would I have forgiven that man that easily. Do not give him that clarity.
He's on his deathbed.
No. You don't get that clarity. You do not get that clarity. You must die with it. You don't get that clarity.
Right.
Like, it's no. Not happening. I will never approve of that ending. And I think I put...
Murder in movies is valid.
Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, yes, this one. So there's a scene where you never went that far. Where he's at the old man's house. Mm-hmm. He comes back after going back to the castle and then coming back. he sees the old man being attacked by a bunch of wolves.
Right.
The old man stays alive, thankfully. But then he's attacking the wolves out of protection, obviously. But when I tell you it's gory, it's bad. Like, he pulls off the skin of one of the wolves, and it's graphic. And the wolf is still biting, but he's just skinless.
Oh.
And, like, he's breaking their necks and everything. It's bad. But, like, my point is, murder in movies is valid. But I draw the line at the murder of animals. I'm going to pull a John Wick. That's what I'm going to pull.
Oh, my God.
Like, you will never catch me. Like,
I love that one goes on for so long.
It is a long one. If you tap some of these, if you tap them again, it'll go off. It'll turn off.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I draw the line at the murder of animals, specifically those wolves. I feel so bad. I'm so sad. The babies. They're just little fluffy babies.
Anyway.
They're just little fluffy babies. They just want to give a little head rub.
Goodbye.
But no.
So what
I do think the negatives outweigh the positives. Though.
That's fair. So what do you give the movie overall as a rating?
It's a really good movie, though.
I'm happy he thinks so. Personally, I give it a 5 out of 10. It gets a Razzie. I'll give it a Razzie.
The Razzie?
Yes, I'm bringing back. I'm gonna have a Razzie for it next recording.
Honestly, I would give it a 7 or an 8. It
Okay.
really was good, like story alone. If I didn't already have read the story, if I didn't already read the book before. Probably a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But no, like because of it, 7. I say 7. 7.
Okay.
7 out of 10.
Right. So 1 Razzie and 1/2 of a gold star.
But that was pretty much a lot of the discussion, especially, oh my God, that movie took a lot out of me. But nonetheless, that was our little philosophical discussion.
Ooh, I have a PhD.
PhD. I don't. Frankenstein.
Pretty huge discussion.
It was a lot more deep. There was a lot less banter between us. But I think it's something everyone should like, just because it's a good thing in anybody's lives,
right.
Especially if somebody who's thinking about how they were raised. It's almost like a good perspective. But if y'all are interested in what we were talking about, again, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. There's 2 copies, I think, 1818, and then another one. Can I recall what year it is? And then, there's so many movies, but if you want to get something close enough to the books, close enough, Frankenstein, 2025 by Guillermo del Toro and other producers. However, nonetheless, thank you guys for listening. I'm Angel.
I'm also Angel.
And this is Divine and Dramatic. Now we're going to have to kick you out of heaven again. So,
Bye. See you
babies.
next week, I guess.
Bye.